Good afternoon. If you agree, we can proceed. And I would like to say a few words at the end of our 2018 Spring Meetings. I am very pleased to share with you an insight on all our IAF activities, as well as a perspective of what the future holds. And first of all, I want to express my excitement in inviting you to this year's Global Conference on Space Applications. We will have the Global Space Applications Conference, so-called GLAC 2018, which will take place in Montevideo, in Uruguay, from 21st to 23rd of May 2018. And in fact, this will be the first time ever that IAF takes one of its global conferences to South America, but also the very first time that we organize an event in Uruguay. So GLAC 2018, co-organized with the Centro d'Investigation in Diffusion Aeronautico-Spatial, which is a member of IAF since 1995, will be a follow-up of GLAC 2014, and during these 4 years, the international satellite-based applications community has significantly moved forward with their respective planning and developments, and it is therefore timely to take stock of the progresses and undertake an outlook to the future of space applications on a global scale, with a specific focus also on developing space nations. Now, if we go back in chronological order, as you very well know, after being taken my position as IAF President in 2016 in Guadalajara, I have officially introduced to the IAF community my strategic plan for my 3 years presidency, and altogether we created the new IAF Global Innovation Agenda 2016-2019 based on the following principles. First, preserving the IAF heritage and building on existing strengths. Second, listening and opening up to the world. And third, preparing the future and connecting all space people. So I am very pleased to report that so far we have successfully implemented a number of events which contribute to the promotion of those 3 principles, and more specifically to one of its more important aspects, diversity. In this regard, we created the International Platform for Diversity and Equality in Astronautics, so-called ID, which fosters the principles of 3G diversity within the Federation and the space sector, geography, generation, and gender. And this year, in particular, the IAF grants a special focus on generation by launching several projects to highlight and boost the next generation of future space leaders. First, we created a video featuring the students and young professionals involved in the IAF to understand their point of view and better understand their needs. We met them during the IAC 2017 in Adelaide last year, and we asked them 4 questions. First one, how has the IAF helped you? Second one, would you consider becoming a mentor when you are no longer a young professional? Third one, if you ever become the IAF President, it's perhaps a little bit too ambitious, but what your focus will be? And last but not least, do you have a message to fellow students and young professionals about becoming part of the IAF community? And so I invite you to watch the video on the IAF YouTube channel. Just to give you a taste of it, I would like to show you a short impression of this video. So I think that, yes.
Ooh, that is very great question. I would definitely push for a lot more space missions, especially with ideas from young people, for them to just actually happen, you know, stop talking and start doing.
I have been going to the 3G diversity events, and I'm grateful for those types of events. I think those would be the kinds of conversations that I would like to foster, is the ones where we can benefit the most from, and maybe the places where there's the most distance between member nations that we have the most to gain from understanding another perspective and the most to gain from coming together from our diverse perspectives.
Okay, so I think that it is just a short part of the video. Then I am also pleased to report that we approved a new initiative which will be launched in June, the hashtag Unlock Your IAC competition aimed at supporting the next generation of students and young professionals under 35 years of age through a contest. As you know, the IAC welcomes each year a large number of students and young professionals eager to expand their knowledge and meet inspiring people. And after conducting a survey among the young professionals who attended the IAC 2016, we observed a strong need of mentoring. From this observation, our secretariat came up with the idea of organizing a contest where students and young professionals would compete to get the opportunity to be mentored by senior space experts at the next IAC in Bremen, and the hashtag Unlock Your IAC competition in Bremen will be the first edition. We will have also another great milestone. This year, we are happy to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the IAF Emerging Space Leaders Grant Program, which enables each year students and young professionals to travel to the IAC, present their scientific research and network with space experts. And I am very pleased to inform you that the IAF also kept its commitment to diversity by enhancing the participation of the young generation to the IAC. Indeed, the number of students and young professionals that will be selected to participate in the IAF Emerging Space Leaders Grant Program has been increased from 14 to 25. Last but not least, yesterday, we signed a memorandum of understanding with the Space Generation Advisory Council at GIC, which is an international non-governmental, non-profit organization that represents students and young professionals in the space sector to the United Nations, states, agencies, industry, academia, and other space sector organizations, and an IAF member since 2004. We are very pleased to have cooperated with SGIC for many years, and with the development of SGIC and of the IAF initiatives focusing on generational diversity as one of the key pillars of the global agenda, we have jointly determined that entering into an even more formal cooperative arrangement would enhance our collaboration and be mutually beneficial. We will then be able to work hand in hand on more initiatives, focusing on generational diversity and other aspects of the 3G diversity initiative. So you understood that diversity is at the heart of our presentation, but in addition to diversity, our global innovation agenda also focuses on reaching out to emerging countries and connecting with new communities. Second, the evolution of the International Astronautical Congress with a view on sustainability and future growth. Third, global and regional conferences. Fourth, relations and interaction with IAF partner organizations. Fifth, evolution of IAF funding structure. And last but not least, sixth, leading the IAF towards the future with innovative projects. Now, let's look in particular to the IAF activities and events. Last month, in early February, we were present at the 55th Scientific and Technical Subcommittee of the United Nations Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space, the so-called UN COPUOS, held in Vienna, where the IAF Vice President for International Relations and Outreach, my friend Sergei Krikaliev, presented the latest IAF achievements and upcoming events. On February 13, we organized, together with the Italian Space Agency and the Kenya Space Agency, the second edition of the International Space Forum, the African chapter in Nairobi in Kenya. Given the evident success of the first ISF in Trento in 2016 and of this second regional edition in Nairobi in raising the international dialogue and creating networking collaboration, Raoul Kilijewski, Deputy Technical and Executive Director of the Argentinian National Commission on Space Activity, announced the new regional chapter of the ISF focusing on South America to take place at the end of 2018 in Argentina. This new event perfectly fits in the IAF Global Innovation Agenda to reach out to space developing and emerging nations and continues to implement the IAF mission of connecting all space people. Now, let's talk about our flagship event, the IAC. The 68th International Astronautical Congress held in Adelaide in September 2017 was a highly successful congress attracting more than 4,400 participants from over 72 countries. We are looking now forwards to the IAC 2018 in Bremen, Germany's main space city and one of Europe's major space centers. With the theme involving everyone, the IAC 2018 fits perfectly into the 3G Diversity Initiative vision, a more diverse space sector. The IAF Secretariat team traveled to Bremen in January and was highly impressed by the Congress venue as well as the social events venues. The IAC 2018 promises to be an exciting Congress also for the technical visits as well as the social tours proposed. Additionally, in terms of program content, we will be delighted to see the interesting proposals we received for the IAC 2018 plenaries. In the past week, the IAF International Program Committee Steering Group, led by its co-chairs, Christian Schmulius and Michael Lopez Alegria, has evaluated all proposals, and the final selection for the plenary program has been announced during those 3 days of IAF Spring Meetings. For the plenary, we have a total of 7 plenaries: traditional heads of agency plenaries, host plenary, greenhouse gas measurements, next generation, small sats, space safety, game changers, industry plenary. We will have also 3 highlights lecture about gravitational wave, sky is not the limit, and the growing role of artificial intelligence, which is also quite important. The IPC steering group also reviewed the numerous proposals received for the special sessions, a brand new initiative within the technical program. The purpose of the special sessions is to complement the regular program with new or emerging topics that are of particular interest to the space community and to provide a forum for intense and deep-going discussions. It is more and more obvious that the IAC is the only international multidisciplinary space platform for all. And undeniably, the IAC confirms its global relevance and universal impact with over 4,300 abstracts received from 90 countries for #IAC 2018. This is a record-breaking number of abstracts and countries, and the submissions have been reviewed today, and authors will receive a notification letter by mid-April 2018. In the continuity of our global conferences, we are currently organizing a global conference on space for emerging countries, which will take place in May 2019 in Morocco. And for the future, we receive 3 letters of intent for the IAC 2021. You remember that 2018 will be in Bremen, 2019 will be in Washington, D.C. for the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the human lunar landing. 2020 will be in Dubai. It will be the first time we are in the Middle East. And 2021, we will be either in Venice, in Singapore, or in Paris. And the decision will be taken during the IAC 2018. Last but not least, I would like to inform you that our cooperation with the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics, AIA, on organizing the 70th anniversary IAC 2019 in Washington, D.C. is in full swing, and we are now ready to sign the contract between IAF and IAIA on hosting this green event. And I am very pleased to be joined on the stage by Mr. Daniel Dumbacher, Executive Director of the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics. So we are going to sign the contract, and after that, if you have questions, of course, I will be happy to answer. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Okay, any question on my presentation? So everything is clear, but you are probably angry. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you for your attendance during the last 3 days, and at the latest, see you in Bremen, or for those of you who like the Milky Way, the Magellanic Clouds, and the Southern Cross in Montevideo, Uruguay, end of May. Thank you.